Well, hello there. This is Tuesday's blog, and I was going to do a blog yesterday, but I wasn't particularly in a good mood yesterday. We went out. The microphone seems to be dropping slightly. There we are. Let's bring that up there. There we go. Right. Let's lock it in. Yeah, we'll lock the tripod in place. It seemed to be dropping slightly. So yesterday we went out to what used to be a wonderful place called Wassand Hall and Gardens. Now, we didn't want to go in the hall because that's only open on special occasions, but the actual gardens are open during the week. It cost £7 each to get in to have a look at the gardens. Anyway, we turned up. We completely missed the sign. The sign was so small, we missed it as we drove in. It was in amongst all these other signs saying beware the cats, private road, caution, this, that and the other. And in amongst all these signs, we completely missed the little sign saying buy your tickets for the garden here. So anyway, we went off and had our picnic and then wandered off to where the gardens were that we went in before. We actually paid at the gate last time, and the groundsman took our money, and we got in. We didn't know that you had to buy tickets at a property on the way through. There was no sign at the ticket booth near the gardens. There was no signs at the garden itself. So yeah, it was rather disappointing. Anyway, when I finally got through to someone on the telephone saying, "Are you open?" and they said, "Well, almost." I said, "What do you mean almost?" "Well, we close at 4 o'clock." I said, "Well, it's 20 to 3 now, you know, and you don't close at 4 o'clock. That's when your last admittance is, and you actually close at 4:30. So we've got an hour and 50 minutes if we wanted to look round the gardens." And she didn't like that very much. And anyway, we eventually found this property on the very edge of the estate where you could buy the tickets. There was nobody there either. We walked around and around. There's no obvious place to go and buy your tickets. It was just somebody's house. Anyway, I phoned again and said, "Look, there's nobody here. We're going." All right? And she came out and saying, "Oh, it's not my fault. We haven't got any staff." Well, it's not my fault either. And she said, "How did you possibly miss the sign?" Well, I told her, "Well, I was too busy looking at the other signs. As a driver, I was looking at all the caution signs saying caution, beware the cat, private road, no parking, this, that and the other." Anyway, I wasn't very impressed. So me and Sarah went off into Hornsey, and we went and had a coffee. We bought some treats in one of the sweet shops. There's an old sweet shop, not quite as old as the sweet shop in Pateley Bridge, but yes, an old sweet shop nevertheless that sold it by the kilogram, well, part of kilogram, 200 grams now. Anyway, well, that gets me on to the sweet shop at Pateley Bridge. Remember I went in and did their video of that? Well, anyway, in the sweet shop they had some cordials for sale, and one of them was sarsaparilla, or sarsaparilla. Anyway, whatever it is, however you pronounce it. I've never had sarsaparilla before, or so I thought, until I mixed it when I got back to the tent. I thought, this tastes remarkably like root beer. And when I got some soda water, like you would do in the old days, you go to the soda places and you would get yourself a soda, where they just pour you out a glass of fizzy water and you pour the cordial in and mix it up. So I had got a root beer. I drunk it now, and it's all gone. One of the other things that I bought as well when we were on holiday was a bottle of gin called Frog's Lips. I'll show you. I'll get a picture of that. I have drunk the gin now, but I've got a bottle of. It was quite nice. It's a bit peppery. Actually, I thought it was quite peppery for a gin. But yeah, that was we bought that in Ripon, in the Yay Oldie bottle shop, which was quite nice. But anyway, so that's it. I've taken up 5 minutes of your valuable time. hope you're having a good week. Snow White over there and her 7 kids are screaming away like mad, and she's just had a shouting fit. So yeah, so I just happened to make this blog in a quiet bit. Anyway, I'll catch you all on the next one. See you then. Bye then.